The night I let another man touch me, I didn't just betray my husband. I signed my own sentence. And I didn't realize it, until I watched him destroy my world without ever raising his voice. My name is Lauren Hayes. On paper, I was the wife everyone trusted. Married 12 years to a man who built his life from discipline and silence. A man who never yelled. Never chased. Never begged. His name was Daniel Hayes. We lived in a quiet suburb outside Chicago, white fence, trimmed lawn, neighbors who waved but never asked questions. Daniel worked in financial compliance for a logistics firm. Long hours. Clean suits. Careful words. I told myself he chose work over me. That lie kept me warm for a while. Inside our home, the silence felt heavier every year. Daniel listened more than he spoke. When I talked, he remembered everything, dates, numbers, moods. That used to feel safe. Then it started feeling like judgment. I wanted to feel wanted again. I wanted attention without responsibility. That's when Evan appeared. Evan was confident. Loud in the right ways. He worked with one of Daniel's clients, smooth talker, expensive watch, easy compliments. He laughed at my stories. Touched my arm when he spoke. I told myself it was harmless. That I deserved to feel seen. Daniel noticed before I admitted it to myself. The way he paused when my phone buzzed. The way his eyes stayed on me 2 seconds longer than normal. The way he kissed my forehead instead of my lips. Something in our house shifted. And I still walked straight into the betrayal. The affair didn't start with sex. It started with secrecy. Late texts. Deleted calls. Excuses that sounded practiced. Hotel meetings. Shopping bags I never opened in front of Daniel. Evan told me Daniel was cold because he was hiding something. Money. Power. Control. I believed him. The night everything collapsed, Daniel came home early. I didn't hear his car. I didn't hear the door. I only felt the air change. Daniel stood in the hallway while Evan's jacket lay on our chair and my phone lit up on the counter. A message preview glowed. I'll see you again tomorrow. I promise. Daniel didn't shout. He didn't ask questions. He just picked up my phone and smiled. That smile scared me more than rage ever could. I already know, he said calmly. I laughed. Nervous. Defensive. Cruel. I told him he was distant. That he made me lonely. That Evan understood me. Daniel nodded. Slowly. Like a man collecting data. Then he said something that still haunts me. Did he tell you where his money comes from? I froze. That night, Daniel slept in the guest room. The next morning, he kissed my cheek and went to work like nothing happened. I thought I had won. I didn't know he had already begun dismantling everything. What Evan never told me was that Daniel had been investigating financial irregularities tied to Evan's consulting firm for months. And what I never realized was that I had become evidence. That realization didn't hit me like panic. It hit me like suffocation. Every memory replayed itself differently, every smile, every quiet dinner, every time Daniel asked a question and waited just a second too long for my answer. I had mistaken his calm for ignorance. I had mistaken his silence for surrender. At night, I lay awake beside a man who already knew how my story would end. Daniel never searched my phone again. He didn't need to. He had already memorized my patterns. My excuses. My timing. I started watching him instead, how he typed with precision, how his eyes never rushed, how he moved through the house as if he were already gone. That terrified me more than confrontation ever could. I wanted him to scream. To accuse me. To fight for us. But Daniel didn't fight for what was already dead. That's when I understood the most painful truth of all. I hadn't broken him. I had activated him. And once a man like Daniel starts moving in silence, there is no apology powerful enough to stop what's already been set in motion. Daniel pulled bank records, emails, phone logs. He documented every late-night call I made, every gift Evan bought me with stolen funds. I watched my husband move like a ghost through our home, polite, distant, precise. One night, he sat across from me at the table. "You should get a lawyer," he said. My stomach dropped. "I already have." That's when I understood. This wasn't about anger. This was about justice. Daniel had filed for divorce quietly. He submitted documentation showing marital funds were mixed with stolen assets Evan routed through me. I wasn't just unfaithful. I was complicit. Evan stopped answering my calls. And Daniel? He watched me unravel with a face carved from stone. Daniel didn't destroy me publicly. He did something worse. He let the system do it. Federal investigators contacted me first. Then Evan. Then the company. Daniel had provided everything: timelines, documents, witness statements. All clean. All legal. Our divorce settlement froze my accounts pending investigation. Evan vanished. Daniel moved out without a scene. I sat alone in our empty house, surrounded by silence I had created. Evan was indicted 6 months later. Fraud. Embezzlement. Wire transfers. My charges were reduced, but the damage was done. Daniel finalized the divorce. He kept the house, the reputation, his peace. The last time I saw him, he handed me a single envelope. Inside was a note. "I loved you enough to tell the truth. You loved yourself enough to lie. This is where we end." He walked away. And that was the moment I understood dark justice. He didn't need revenge. He let my choices become my punishment. And that was the last day I ever had power over him.
If this story made you feel something, pain, anger, clarity, or strength, you're not alone. Stories like this are why Betrayal Nation exists. Please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and write a comment below. We read every single one, and your voice matters here. Your support truly helps this channel grow, so if you haven't already, subscribe and help us reach 1,000 subscribers. Together, we're building a place where real stories are heard, truth is exposed, and justice finds its voice. This is Betrayal Nation. Thank you for being part of it.